So we will continue our discussion of Vaman appearance. So we'll start with prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, सादर प्रणाम प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्ण. So we are discussing this Bali Maharaj episode. So last time we have seen how Vaman has appeared and he came in front of Bali Maharaj and he asked for charity. Right? He praised Bali Maharaj's Vamsha, right? Having a lot of in your family there is no one who refused charity. Prahlad Maharaj is your instructor. Your advisors are Bhargavas and you always follow Dharma. And Hiranyaksha is so powerful. Lord himself felt victorious after killing him. Hiranyakashipu, he thought that he has kind of Hiranyakashipu also maintained enmity and Lord is hiding inside Hiranyakashipu. Virochana did not refuse to give to Brahmanas. So like that in your family no one is there. So therefore I only want 3 pieces. So a Brahmana will not be entangled in sin if he takes only what he needs. So although you are munificent, I don't ask for anything unnecessary. So in this way he is only asking 3 steps. So and Bali Maharaj, how he is responding to that. So Bali is saying, Bali Maharaj is laughing, kind of. He is saying, your words are very powerful. So like words are like very approved, great Brahmanas. They are like very learned person, how he speaks. So like that you are speaking, but your but you are looks like you are still a boy. Your mati is like Balishamati, like because you are a boy, your mati intelligence is also looks like Balish, like like a child only, because you are not understanding your self-interest. Because a Brahmana, like you are very big, because you are asking. You have pleased me with your sweet words. Nicely, you have praised my Vamsha. So I am very much pleased with your words. But you are asking only 3 steps of land from me. Right? I am the Lord of the 3 worlds. So Bali Maharaj is sitting in Swarga. So all the 3 worlds are under his control. You have pleased me, but you are asking only 3 steps. What is this? If you want, I can give you Jambu Dvipa. Right? Jambu Dvipa means earth is like very small part. This whole earth where we are residing is a small part of that Jambu Dvipa. So there, that Jambu Dvipa I can give. But you are asking only 3 steps. So one who approaches me to beg something should not have to ask again. He should not have asked, like one who is approaching, he should not go anywhere else to ask something else, because whatever you want I can supply. So ask according to like whatever maintenance you require, that much fully you can ask, I can give you. So like that he spoke. So Lord Vaman Dev here speaks very wonderful instructions, which are like these are like guiding principles, how to live with satisfaction, which is what Bhagavatam again and again highlights, right? So living with satisfaction. So that he started giving very nice shlokas. Maybe we'll decide. We'll see also. So Vaman Devi is saying, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Yavanto Vishaya Preshta Trilokyamajitendriyam न शक्नुवन्ति ते सर्वे परिपूरयितुं नृपा यावन्तो विषया प्रेष्टास् त्रिलोक्याम्. In these 3 worlds, whatever, how many varieties of uh, sense gratification objects may be there, but Trilokyam, Ajitendriyam, if one is not Ajitendriya, Jitendriya means if one is not self-controlled, all those items cannot satisfy one. Na shaknuvanti te sarve paripurayitum rupa. They will not satisfy one, right? So satisfaction is such a thing that if someone receives more, it doesn't stop there. It will increase. I want more. I want more. So like it is an actually a state of a mind, because it is mind only which hankers for more, right? So suppose someone is hankering for something. I like currently whatever position they are there, they are not satisfied. Oh, I want more. So what will happen? He may put much endeavor and he will gain more. So he got more, but the same mind which was there before is also there now also. So when he got the more, he will think, oh, I want still more. Right? So the same mind which is there previously, that will now also it will be there. So even if you achieve something, oh, I want more. Like that, many people like they caught up in this cycle, right? So always there will be some person who is always more than us in any field, right? In any achievement or in any place. Right? So if we compare ourselves with other, like then we will always be in that miserable condition of dissatisfaction. So, satisfaction is a state of mind. It's not about what we have. Someone kind of defined rich. Who is rich? Whose needs and wants are less than what he has. Hmm. So then that person is rich. But if someone is having so many things but is not satisfied, then he is actually poor. Right? So that is satisfaction. It applies to anything, not only money, even fame. Fame, certain level of fame one may achieve. And then if that hankering is there, it will not stop there. So dhanam, janam, sundarim, kavitam, like fame, like appreciation. If we are someone is hankering, that will never stop at certain point. It will uh, like it will always keep on increasing. So therefore, if someone is ajitendriya, and that also applies to all the sense gratification also. Any item, if we want to satisfy ourselves, if it doesn't fulfill that hankering, how much in this world, so much like in three lokyam, all the sense gratificatory items in the three worlds also will never satisfy if he is not self-controlled. Right? Same example we'll see Hiranyakashipu also. Although he has everything, it is mentioned, although he has control over three worlds, although he has all the property, but he is not happy. He is not satisfied. So paripurayitam nupa. So this is the number one principle of satisfaction which we can apply in our life completely. Right? So that Vamandev is speaking. So if someone is not satisfied, that needs, wants keep on increasing, and one has to suffer for that, all those needs to endeavor a lot, and they have to do so many things. So then he's saying, त्रिभिः क्रमैर् असन्तुष्टो द्वीपेनापि न पूर्यते नववर्षसमेतेन सप्तद्वीपावरेच्छया. He's saying, if one is not satisfied with three pieces of land. So what is these three pieces of land? He's saying, oh, if I have three pieces of land, I can lie down and happily, like I am satisfied. I have some place to stay. So he's saying, if whatever he gets, he is asantushta, he is not satisfied. Dvipenapi na puryate. Then that person, even if he gets one dvipa, still he will not be na puryate, he will not be satisfied. Navavarsha sametena, one dvipa may have navavarshas, like Bharata Varsha having like 9 dvipas. So like that, Navavarsha together it may be one dvipa, like Jambu Dvipa is having 9 varshas. So if someone got the Adipatya of Jambu Dvipa, he may think Sapta Dvipa Varechaya. I need Sapta Dvipas, all the 7 dvipas, other Dvipa, Plaksha Dvipa, Smamana Dvipa, all those things also I want. Like that he will anchor in, because happiness is a state of mind. If one is not satisfied with the current situation, in future something will come, the same mind will be there. So same hankering will be there. So he will not get satisfied. Saptadvipa, he will want more, something more. Saptadvipa varechaya. Right? So he is quoting some example. Saptadvipadhipatayo nupavainyagayadayah artairkamergatanantam trushnaya iti nashrutam. Hmm? So some examples like Vainya is like Prithu Maharaj, Gaya. He is quoting in this, like these powerful kings, although they are proprietors of 7 dvipas, but Arthair Kamair Gatanantam, with their Artha and Kama, means a desire to acquire more, and Kama, thirst, that thirst never subdued. Trushnaya iti nashrutam, that we have heard. So although these two personalities are like pure devotees, but still like he's quoting these examples a little bit so that we illustrate the point. So therefore one should be satisfied. Yadruchayopapannena santushto vartate sukham na santushtastribirlokair ajitatmopasaditai. Yadruchaya upapannena. So whatever comes according to yadruchika, based on our previous activities, some things may come. So by that only yadruchika, yadruchaya upapannena, by that someone gets santushto, if he gets satisfied, he will be vartate sukham, he will happily resides. But nasantushtas tribir loke, if one is not satisfied, tribir lokair, if all the three worlds, processing the three worlds also, ajitatma, because he has not conquered his mind, asadi, upasaditai, he will not get satisfied. Na santushta, he will not satisfied. Right? So, that same principle that if one is not satisfied with whatever comes according to, some people may get more according to their previous karma, some people may get less, but the principle is whatever they get without much effort, yadruchika, whatever they are getting, they should be satisfied with that. Then he will be happy. Otherwise, he will always become that dissatisfied only. So one should be, oh, by my previous activities, Lord has supplied this much. So I will be happy with that. Don't compare, don't compare with others and try to acquire more by sacrificing our time and energy instead of wasting. Instead, we can utilize it in bhakti, right? So the and moreover, that hankering will never stop if it doesn't stop here. So that will keep on increasing. So Ajitatma, basically mind, not controlling the mind, not controlling the senses, and applies to same thing to sense gratification also, right? If someone is not satisfied with, like for example, eating some item, so the same hankering will continue in future also. Or today I will enjoy, and tomorrow I will resist. But tomorrow also the same thing will be there. So tomorrow also it will say, oh, tomorrow I will do. So like that, that mind, the main cause is ajitatma, mind, uncontrolled mind and senses. So this principle of satisfaction we have to learn. Whatever we have, we should be happy, learn to happy. Sukham aindrikam daitya deha yogena dehina sarvatra labhyate daivat yata dukkamayatnataha. Right? Indriya, sense gratification, whoever has body, it will automatically come. Just like we don't endeavor to get dukkha, it will come. So similarly, one need not put the endeavor for getting sense gratification. That will come by nature anyway. So in this way, we should be utilize our human life for achieving the Lord by performing bhakti, not with diverted with so many other things. पुंसोऽयं संसृतेर्हेतु असन्तोषो अर्थकामयोः यदृच्छयोपपन्नेन सन्तोषो मुक्तये स्मृतः पुंसोऽयं संसृतेर्हेतु. So this pumsoyam samsruter hetu asantosho. If someone is not satisfied with their artha and kama, that will be samsruter hetu. He will be in this samsara. But yatruchaya upapannena santosho. Whatever comes according to destiny, upapannena santosho. If he is satisfied, muktaye smritaha. He will be freed. He is like eligible for liberation. So in this way, that will work. Yadruchalabha tushyasya तुष्टस्य तेजो विप्रस्य वर्धते tat prashamyati asantoshat ambasevava sukshanihi. Right? So especially for Vipras, Brahmanas, or like whoever is following this path, they should be yadrucha labhatustasya. Whatever achieved by the grace of the Lord, they should be completely satisfied. Then tejo viprasya vardate. Then their teja will increase. Right? So this labha, as I mentioned, it can be in any field. Dhana, jana, like Sundari, Kavitam, or any facilities, material, sense gratification. So whatever comes according to the will of the Lord or by the grace of the Lord or our previous karma, we should be tushtasya, very satisfied. Then that person, that teja will increase. Tat prasamyati, if someone is not satisfied, why I am getting so less? Or why this, why other person is getting more? Like I should be having more facilities, more comforts. Tat prashamyati asant, so that is causing asantosha. Mm. So then ambasa iva asukshanihi. Just like as fire diminishes in potency if we sprinkle water on it, then that glow, that or that the teja will reduce for the Brahmana. Mm. So in this way, it is very important to cultivate this satisfaction, principle of satisfaction, which is what even Gita, Bhagavatam, everywhere we see, is what they are speaking. We should be satisfied with whatever we have. So then, so therefore, tasmat त्रीणि पदान्येव वृणे त्वद्वरदर्शभात् एतावतैव सिद्धोऽहं vittam yavat prayojanam. So therefore, I am satisfied with only 3 steps. Vrune tvad Although you are giver of benedictions, you can give whatever I want, but I only ask 3 steps. Etavataiva siddhoham, by which only by 3 steps I shall attain full satisfaction. Vittam yavat prayojanam. So as much as needed, that much only I will accept. So please provide this. So in this way, like very wonderful instructions for satisfaction. He spoke. So basically, be satisfied with whatever we have. Quoting other examples, and providence or yadricha, be happy. If someone is not controlled, and even if he achieve 3 worlds, he will not be happy. So Bali Maharaj, he kind of smiles, understood this Brahmana is simply satisfied. So Bali says, all right, whatever you want, you can take. And then to confirm this promise, he took a water pot to give that promise. So then again, here Shukracharya, he was concerned with Bali Maharaj here. What is he doing? He understood. So he wanted to give land to Vishnu. Shukracharya, he understood that Lord Vishnu only came in the form of Vamandev. So he knows these things. Vidambara, he is the best of knowers. So immediately he is stopping Bali to offer that land to uh, Vamandev. So what is he saying? O son of Virochana, what you are seeing, this brahmachari, Bhagavan Vishnu Ravyaya, he say directly Lord Vishnu only. He has born from Kashyap Muni and Aditya. So he has come especially to fulfill the desires of Devatas, Devanam Karya Sadhakaha. Right? He wants to fulfill the desires of Devas, Devatas. And whatever promise that you have made, pratishrutam tvayai tasmai, whatever promise you made, yad anaddam ajanata, because you don't know what kind of struggle it will bring. So you have promised, and it will bring great misfortune for all the demons. So Vishnu, what he will do? He will he will just his future activities is saying he will he is appearing like a brahmachari here, but he will take away all your land, wealth, beauty, power, fame, and education, and he will give all this back to Indra, who is your enemy. Right? He is Hari. Hari is one who takes away everything. So he has come in the form of Hari to take away everything from you. So, or so actually, Hari is also one who steals the mind. Therefore, also is called Hari. So here, not only he takes away the land, but he also steals the mind of Bali Maharaj. That's how Bali also get attracted. That also indirectly it will imply. So he will with three steps he will occupy this entire universe with his body. You are a fool, Mudha. But if you give everything to Vishnu, how will you survive? Hmm. So Bali Maharaj may say, I have promised only three steps. So what is the problem if I give only three steps? Then he says, with three steps he will occupy. He is a Vishwakaya. His whole universe is a body. So therefore, like he will have, you have to give not only this thing, everything you have to give. With one step, he will occupy the entire earth. With second step, he will occupy entire Swarga and all the above. Uh, Occupy entire Antariksha. Even you cannot give third step also. So where will you give your third steps? How will, like Balimara say, oh, I have promised. How can my promise not be fulfilled? So Shukracharya is saying, even if you give everything, also your promise will not be fulfilled, because with two steps only he will cover everything, and you cannot give even third step also. So, what will he gain by third steps? How he will fulfill your giving third step? So therefore, if since you will anyway will not be able to fulfill the desire of this Brahmana, so therefore. Uh, you will reside in hell only perpetually. Right? So in this way, like giving also you go to hell. So therefore it is better not to give everything in order to enjoy this material world. So so in this way he is kind of discouraging, right? So like first till now what he is told, he disclosed the identity, he is Vishnu, and you will he will occupy the entire world. So even if you give, you will not be able to fulfill your uh, promise that only three steps, with two steps only will cover. So therefore now you have to learn the art of lying. Hmm. you should uh, you should lie. So Shukracharya starts giving lessons on how to lie to Bali Maharaj here, art of lying. So he says, uh, if some charity, if some charity puts one in danger their own livelihood, that kind of charity, that kind of sacrifice, that kind of tapasya activity, uh, like so that kind of charity is not recommended by learned scholars. Hmm. So if livelihood is only gone, then we cannot perform other activities. If someone is ending livelihood, then only he can do charity, sacrifice, yajna, danam, yajna, tapa, karma, all these things. If that livelihood is only gone, what he will do? He will not be able to do. Right? So therefore, learned scholars, they don't prize the charity which kind of engine and which kind of put danger to one's own livelihood. Mm. So generally, when a person gets his wealth, he should divide it into five parts. So one is for dharma, means to propagate dharma or to execute dharmic duties, one has to divide. And yashase, for the sake of reputation, right? If someone gives some activities for somewhere, he will get some fame. So for that also one should divide one's wealth. Arthaya, for some material objects, right? We require some objects to live, objects in like wherever, whatever required. So for that also we have to need money. So for that also we have to divide. Kamaya, we require some enjoyment. So for that also we require money. So that also one should divide. And Swajanaya cha, one's own family members. So yeah, any wealth we have come, we have to divide it in this five ways. That person, iha mutracha modate, he will be happy in this world and next world. So one is for dharma, propagate dharma, that one should divide. One should divide for reputation. One will gain reputation by giving charity, and also for acquiring some material things like whatever household things or any other things, furniture, vehicles, whatever is required for that. Kamaya, sense gratification, to enjoy in bit. And Swajanaya, family members. So like that, five parts one should divide. Then he will be happy in this world and next. So therefore, so Bahi, like there he is quoting some Shruti, Vedas. Bahuvrucha Shruti. What Bahuvrucha Shruti says in this regard, please hear. A promise is truthful, preceded by the word Om, and untruthful if not, he says. So why he is saying, if I have to give everything, then I should say I have nothing. Right? If he have some, if suppose like if I have something, and if I say I don't have nothing, so that is like a lying, right? Even if I have, I am saying I don't have. So that is like a lying. So how one can lie? He starts expressing. In regards to truth and untruth, what is presided by Om is true. Right? One should say Om. If one doesn't say Om, then that will not become truth. So Om should be preceded. What is not preceded by Om is untrue. If one doesn't say Om, then it is untrue only. Right? Shruti Vakya is Om iti satyam neti anrutam. Om indicates truth and lack of it indicates untruth. So satyam pushpafalam vidyat atma vrikshasya giyate. Right? One should know from scriptures that fruits and flowers of the tree of the body are true. Right? So, and means body gives some kind of enjoyment and other things. One should know that like they are all truth. Truth cannot be perfected without a slight amount of untruth. If the body does not live, there can be no fruits and flowers. Therefore, it is permissible to maintain the body by any means. Untruth is the root of the body. So, in order to maintain body, if someone speaks truth, that body itself is going, then there should be slight amount of untruth. So, that is stated in scripture. If body, like body can produce fruits and flowers, if the tree only doesn't live, then there will be no fruits and flowers. Then, therefore, one has to maintain efforts to maintain the body. The body must somehow live even by untruth, by not maintaining truth at all times. Right? So one should maintain. When a tree is uprooted, it immediately dries up and dies. Similarly, if one does not partake of untruth, the body undoubtedly dies up. Just as a tree, when uprooted, dries up and quickly dies, the body which is completely without untruth dries up. So, like if someone is only uh, speaking truth, and if it endangers the body, one should speak untruth, otherwise it will die. So then one will not get fruits and flowers. Right? So Shruti mantra says, Om iti sati, Om iti satyam neti anrutam tat. Om indicates truth, lack of Om indicates untruth. The fruits and flowers of body are truth. Tadetat pushpam phalam. So the healthy body makes one powerful, famous, unfortunate. It is said that the fruits and flowers are truth, and the root of the body is untruth. Just as a tree with root uncovered dries up and dies, by speaking lies, one uproots the body, it dries up and dies. Therefore, one should not speak untruth, but one should protect the body by untruth. So, both sides are there in Vedas. That means if someone simply speaks untruth only, then that person will also therefore one should that person will it will uproot the body, it will, so that person dies, that person will go. So therefore one should not speak untruth, but sometimes to protect the body one can speak untruth. Hmm. So in this way, just as by the tree with root uncovered dries up and dies, telling lies uproots the body. If someone always tells the lies, that will kind of uproots the body only. So for that reason, one should not speak untruth, means one should not lie. But if needed, one should protect the body in difficulties by untruth. So this is what Vedas is saying. So at the time of danger, we can speak untruth. Om indicates separation from wealth, being devoid of wealth. He who utters Om and agrees to give becomes lesser in wealth by that. Hmm. If he decides to give everything to the person who requires, there will not be enough left for his own enjoyment. Right? If someone asks, we can give something, but everything if we give, there will not be anything remaining. Right? So both he is indicating in order to make clear that by truthful words the body cannot survive. He explains that bad qualities of truth and good qualities of lying, that he is explaining, right? So sometimes one has to speak lie, and sometimes truth will be very bad, because that will separate. If some Om, if we say that kinds, it kind of indicates like we have to apart and give some wealth. So that is like one has to empty. But if one gives everything to the requester battering home, then there will not be anything for his own enjoyment. Right? So that is the, like if he gives everything, that is the fault. He who tells a lies and on the other hand, uh, in this way, if someone tells a lie and refuse to give completely his wealth and complete wealth and keeps it, saves it, then he will kind of attracts uh, others wealth. But that doesn't mean if someone keeps on lying, a person who lies become infamous, and although breathing is like a dead man. So it should not be like completely lying or completely denying. There should be some acceptance. Therefore saying no is perfect, because when we can save our, one cannot deplete one's wealth, so completely one should not give. It will also, by doing that, it will also draw other wealths. But one who is always saying, I don't have anything or I cannot give, that person is like condemned. Or someone is always lying. So that is like that person is kind of condemned. Right? So in this way, one should live in this world properly. So therefore, there are many circumstances where that untruth can be spoken. Strishu, in flattering a woman. Narma vivahe, in narma, in joking. Vivahe, in the time of marriage. Like, uh, like in order to praise the groom. Vritti arthe, sometimes to protect cows and brahmanas. That time vritti arthe, or that time one can like prana sankate, when is one is threatened with violence, that can also one can say, right? Go Brahmanarte, go for the sake of protecting cow and Brahmana, one can lie. So, and in this way, one can say lie. One when a person of status is being killed, one should lie, right? So there is also some story like one person, like a thief comes to kill a cow, and the person gives direction where the cow is. That time he spoke truth, but he was implicated in the act of killing a cow because he showed where cow is there. So like that, there are some fine principles are there. So therefore, according to the time, one can speak truth or tell a lie. So therefore, it is a time of emergency. Your life is in danger. So therefore, you can speak untruth. This is the art of lying. So like that, Shukracharya gave full uh, seminar on how and why he should withdraw his word to Vamandev here. So in this way, he kind of gives his arguments. But what Bali Maharaj considers, mm, he's thinking. So Bali Maharaj is like completely surrendered in this case here. He thinks a lot and then he speaks. Mm. Bali Maharaj, he is actually Yajman. He is the owner of this whole three worlds now. Sukracharya has advised in this way. He remained silent for some time. So, and then he thought himself and started replying. Right? So he decided he kind of he did not blindly accept what Shukracharya is telling. Right? And after thinking, he started uh, he started thinking that Shukracharya is giving some advice against the desire of the fault. So therefore, because he is opposing the Lord, there would be no fault in disobeying his instructions. So with that mind, he is speaking. Hmm. So how is he speaking, Bali Maharaj? That Bali Maharaj, he is not presenting himself as a devotee, but he is presenting himself uh, as a dharmic person who cannot lie, who cannot refuse charity after accepting, after agreeing to give charity. Hmm. So he says, whatever that gruha, like real duty of the householder, is that one should, the principle of dharma is that one does not, that does not hinder one's economic development, sense gratification, fame, and means of livelihood. So that is the real duty of the householder that you have mentioned, right? So, uh, like he is indicating that if you have as a guru, you have given some instructions, but if I disobey you, that will be like obstructing dharma, by disobeying guru, right? But if one obstruct, if I disobey the Lord who is asking, then I will obstruct bhakti only, because one who recognizes the Lord, he will recognize like that. So he is not saying that, but he is thinking like that. So he is thinking like that, and he is saying, oh, whatever you have mentioned, the dharma, is that for dharma, for gruhamedis, is that one should not hinder their artha, their one should not hinder their artha, kama, yasha, and means of livelihood, that one should always maintain. But I am not an ordinary person. Like I am a great grandson. I am a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. Right? I am the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. So like ordinary cheater, they may put some promise and withdraw. But how can I withdraw my promise? Because of some greed for money. And because I have already said that I shall give this land. So how can I behave like an ordinary cheater, especially toward a Brahmana? Right? So is this, he has come in the form of Brahmana. My nature, so he is indicating again that I am grandson of Prahlad. Therefore, just like Prahlad has bhakti, my nature is also to be favorable to the Lord. So in this way, he is indirectly hiddenly saying, but he is not directly saying this. So bhakti aspect is hidden, whatever, and he is feeling that within. But outwardly, he is speaking as if he is a dharmic person, one who doesn't refuse to give charity. So in that way, he is presenting himself. Right? Now, uh, right, Prahlad has given some seed of bhakti. Like in general, Prahlad, because of Prahlad Maharaj Bhakti, Bali Maharaj had got some seed of bhakti in his heart by Prahlad Maharaj mercy. But now, by giving this charity, he would attain perfection of that bhakti by attaining prema by the mercy of Lord Vamandev. So, this Bali Maharaj is considered to be Krupa Siddha. Right? So, some examples are given. Shukadeva Goswami, Bali, and wives of Brahmanas in Raja, they are all Krupa Siddha. By some mercy, they have attained perfection. So, Bali Maharaj also will achieve Krupa Siddha, achieve perfection by Krupa of Lord Vamandev. So, what Bali Maharaj is saying that Nahi asatyat paro dharma iti hovacha bhuriyam. The earth once said, there is nothing more sinful than untruthfulness. Nahi asatyat paro dharma iti hovacha bhuriyam. So therefore, I think I can bear any heavy thing except a person who is a liar. Sarvam sodum alam manye rute alika param naram. So, Boo said, there is nothing more than sinful than untruthfulness. I can bear anything except a person who is a liar. So, like that, this earth said once. So, it is like earth is saying, if someone lies, that person cannot be, I cannot bear. That is like burden of the earth. So, in this way, he is saying, Naham vibemi nirayan. Palimara is saying that I don't fear even if I get hell, or like I may get asukarnavat, an ocean of distress, or I may fall from my position of Indra. I may not have Indra Padavi because if he takes away. Or even I may get death also if Vishnu or others kills me. I may get death also. All these things I will not fear, but I will fear one thing. Fear Vipra Pralambhanat. I fear cheating a Brahmana. So this is what I fear. I will not fear any other thing. I may go to hell, poverty, I may attain distress, and I may withdraw from my position as king of Indra. Or death also can come, but I will not fear cheating a Brahmana. Right? So what is the use of this wealth? Yadyad dhasyati lokesmin samparetam dhanadikam. After dying, this earth will anyway go away. So therefore, tasya tage nimittam kim. So therefore, for the sake of Brahmana, why I should not like give this charity? So, like if he is not charity, if by your order, if Brahmana is not satisfied with charity, what is the result of wealth which one gives up on dying anyway? Right? So, wealth is such a thing that time is powerful thing that it will separate ones from that wealth, right? Kala Shakti, where sometimes he may live, or he may live in this lifetime, or at the time of death he has to leave that wealth. Or sometimes wealth also walks away even while living. So in this way, like what is the use of that wealth anyway? I have to separate, and I will utilize this for giving this Brahmana, right? So uh, in this way he's saying, although he knows, because Shukracharya also said he is Vishnu, he is his Lord, but uh, here he is not offering respect or obeisances, prayers to the Lord, because in front of Shukracharya and demons, it will give sorrow. So therefore, he is only saying as a Brahmana. Right? So in this way, he is saying, and he is quoting several other persons. Right? Mm. Bali Maharaj, he is quoting others. Example like Shibi, Dadichi. Shibi story is like two doves came, and dove and eagle came, and dove took shelter of Shibi, and eagle came and asked, "It is my food." No, it took my shelter, so I cannot give food. So therefore, what you will do, the chibi says, how much ever flesh that weight this bird will be having, that much I will give from my body. So you eat. So in this way, you will also be satisfied, and this dove also will be lived. So then both of them he removes flesh from his thigh and other parts, but whatever amount of flesh he removes, the dove is always overweighing. So then he himself went with his whole body. So then that dove and that eagle both turned into devatas. We only testing you. So like that they told. So still Shibi Maharaj gave that charity. Mm. And this Dadi Chimuni also, although he knows he will die, but he agreed to give his own body. So how should so these are people, they set example, who are willing to sacrifice even their welfare for the benefit of people in general. So why should I hesitate in giving this insignificant land? Hmm. So time kind of destroyed all enjoyment of demonic kings, and but those people who did not turn from battle, they are kind of achieved. Like although they may be great kings, but time will always separate them from their earth or their enjoyment. But the reputation that these kings have achieved, that will never be lost. So in this way, he is presenting himself that I will lose my reputation. But it is also for pleasing Shukracharya and other demons only, because Bari, he was a pure devotee, so therefore he doesn't have any regard for even fame also. He only wants to please the Lord, but he is presenting himself only to achieve fame. So what is the use of having this, like that he is saying. So people who lie down in the battlefield fearless in fighting, they may die, but how many people has obtained the chance to give his accumulated wealth when there is an opportunity for giving, right? Those who do not refuse giving in charity become more famous than those who do not refuse battle. So it is more difficult to give up wealth than to give up one's body. Therefore, I should give up wealth. So in general, also we see that giving wealth is so difficult than giving life is easy. Life may sometimes seem easy. Right? So, but therefore, I should give my wealth. So the glory of generous, merciful giver is to become poor by fulfilling the desire of a requester. What to speak of fulfilling the desires of a person like you possessing spiritual knowledge? Therefore, I will give whatever the Brahmana, Brahmachari is now desiring. Right? So he says, if you give charity, you will become poor. Shukracharya might have said. But people who having generous mind, the glory is that by satisfying that text, if he becomes poor, that is his glory. And becoming poor by fulfilling the desire of a person like you is even more glorious. So therefore, this Brahmana, if I give, I will be happy. Then, but this is not a brahmachari, this is not a Brahmana, he is Vishnu only. So then he says, oh, you are in Vedic scriptures, Vedic sacrifice yajnas, you are all performing, all those yajnas are performed only to satisfy Vishnu. And that person only came here, Vishnu, he gives all the benediction. Although he may be enemy, now he has taken the position of a bhikshu, asking me. So I will give him the land he desired. Right? So because he had assumed the form of a Brahmana, full of fear, even though he may arrest me irreligiously, but mm, although I am sinless, but I will offer, I will not retaliate. Although he is my enemy, let him bind up me or let him kill me. Right. So, but he has now came in a disguise and asking for charity. So, since he is Vishnu, but even if generally he is Vishnu, so therefore he is Lord of fame, Yasha. So he will not give up his fame. If I say I don't give land, then he may, uh, because I have promised, he will not tolerate and he will kill me in battle and take the land. But uh, right, but Bali Maharaj, you are a great warrior. You can defeat him. Like that, he may say, right? No, Vishnu cannot be killed. So therefore, I will only be killed. So uh, therefore, I should give charity. So what Bali Maharaj is saying is that opposite argument. If I don't give anyway, he will take away and he will kill me. So therefore, better to give him, and I will attain reputation. So in this way, he is arguing how to give. So in this way, he decided to give. So then Shukracharya actually curses him. So we'll see what happens after he decides to give and how he gives, how Vamandev occupies this whole three worlds and rest of the conversation. So I'll stop here. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji,
Hare
for
Krishna.
explaining all these things and for your time home. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for
Prabhuji,
joining everyone. Yes, Prabhu.
in spiritual advancements, so what uh, from this story or history, so what point we can take from our spiritual growth, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna? How it is related to our spiritual growth, and what point we can take from this?
So many spiritual lessons are coming. So one point is Vaman Dev is giving about satisfaction, right? So how one should be satisfied. Those apply for everyone. One can be in any situation, but be satisfied and don't over endeavor for material things, right? So that principle we can learn. And Bali Maharaj, uh, although Shukracharya is kind of objecting, still he decided to give because he wanted to please the Lord. So in that similar way, right, many obstacles may come, even so-called gurus, so-called instructors, if they are opposing to surrender to the Lord, still we may take steps towards surrendering to the Lord, right? So that is like one more lesson. And Shukracharya is kind of giving some instructions for living happily in this world. And but Bali Maharaj is following the bhakti principles. So those inspiration we can take.
Also, Prabhuji, surrender,
Yes,
complete surrender.
complete surrender. These will come in the next
Uh-huh.
sections also. Yeah.
Whatever is the situation, you have to surrender completely.
Mhm. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I
Yes.
have one doubt, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, Bali Maharaj is a devotee, then why he fought to on Asura side, Prabhuji?
Why he was?
fought in the battle on Asura side.
On the with Asura side, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Uh,
I am poor at English. Hold on.
Sorry.
I don't know English
Yeah,
fluently.
why is fighting with Asuras? So in general, that is like he was born in that demonic family, and he is kind of continuing that like family kind of dharma. So in that sense, we can see, right? So and later on, he kind of with Prahlad Maharaj help, he became king. So, but that side of dharma, side of devotion, he kind of developed. But Lord only told that him to rule the or like continue in the next Sutala Loka, and then he will award Indra Padavi later. So initially he was like in the side of demons because he was born there, and when the maturity, like when he became devotee, he is following the Lord's will basically, right? So, but even from childhood, like even from there also, before also, because he is a association of Prahlad Maharaj, he had bhakti, but like in the like in this family lineage, and it is not like completely adharmic. It's uh, it's like a rival kings, right? Devatas and Danavas. So that's why even with Indra also he is instructing dharmic instructions with how to like how one should not. It is not like complete adharmic, but as a family kind of thing, he's opposing. In that sense, we can say, we can see. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna. So we'll stop here and we'll continue.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shrimad
Okay, Prabhu.
Bhagavatam ki, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki.